Right, you lovely lot. So I've got myself on day 2 of the Beck diet now. Day 2, day 2, day 2, day 2. So if you're doing it too, this is on page 63. Okay, so basically it says pick 2 reasonable diets. Now, I know that I want to do calorie counting 1,600. So I've been back onto my Fitness Pal and I'll be doing that from tomorrow. But notice how it says 2 reasonable diets. So the other one that I'm going to do is the extra easy Slimming World one. So I've got these old books that I had from my old kind of thing at Slimming World, so I'm going to try and base my meals around Slimming World. So she says that basically it goes from on 2 things. So normally diets fit into 2 groups. They are either diets that count something, so they count something like calories. If you're on Slimming World, then you're counting sins. But for me, I'm going to use Slimming World slightly differently. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to plan my meals using Slimming World, and then if I fall off it, I shall go back to calorie counting. So she says you can change your mind about these. So, but I just having a think, I needed something nutritious. So, and I've also got those cards that I had last week, and she says to make some more cards. So I just think that this diet is going to be flexible, it's going to fit my lifestyle. So it says pick your diets now, which I have done, and then ask things that you can do to pick your diets, or ask a healthcare professional. I'm all right with that, really. I don't think I need to ask anybody. Consult with people you know who've already lost weight. I consulted with myself. So talk to friends and family. So I've talked to hubby, because of course we're going to have all this different food coming in the house. Go to the bookstore, go to the library. So basically I went up to my shelf, I've got every diet book known to man. Investigate commercial weight loss programs. At the moment, with the way that my health is, I'm not interested in taking any supplements, dieting pills or anything like that, because I just have to look after my own physical well-being, and I just don't want extra on board whilst I'm going through like looking after my health at the moment. Go online, investigate reputable internet-based diets. There's a really good one out at the moment called Noom, isn't there? So basically on my Fitness Pal there's also like these little 4 ticks which said have your lunch and have 2 snacks today, up your fluids. So I've done that. So, and that's a little interactive kind of online thing. Join a weight loss program at a local gym. They're all shut because of COVID-19. They're still not open. So I do miss the gym. I had a lovely walk last night with my friend. That was really nice. I didn't put it into my Fitness Pal because I'm not logging at the moment, but I will be logging as of tomorrow. So what are you thinking? So this is for the cards. So I have some more cards here, which I'm going to open up, and it says sabotaging thoughts. I want to try this diet I've heard about. It promises I can lose a lot of weight very quickly and easily. Fad diets are not healthy. They aren't going to stick around for more than 2 minutes, so I'm just not going to bother. I'm going to use some tried and tested ones because I'm just fed up. I don't need a novelty value. Sabotaging thoughts. Since my diet says I don't have to eat breakfast, I'm going to skip it. I'm not going to skip breakfast. I've never skipped breakfast. In fact, I'm about to have breakfast again because this is my snack. It's peanut butter that's organic and no added sugar, and it's on white bread. Yeah, sorry, not sorry people. It's on white bread, but I require some carbs and some protein because I'm absolutely starving and I've just walked in from work. Okay, so I can learn to eat sensibly after I've finished dieting. I think this is talking about when you just like eat eggs or something, you don't eat anything else, or if you are, going to really drastically cut out groups of food, then I wouldn't suggest doing that. So yeah, that isn't a sabotaging thought that I have, but I can lose weight only if I find exactly the right diet. So this is for people who jump around on diets and who just never find the right time. I mean, is it ever going to be the right time? It shouldn't be the right time, should it? We're all on lockdown, and I'm sure lots and lots of people have got the COVID stoner or the COVID-2 stoner, if you happen to be me. But we've got to put a line in the sand somewhere, and when you start feeling like gross at your own self, it's a good plan. So I've picked my primary diet, put my teeth back in, and backup diet. I've picked them because they're reasonable, I've picked them because they sit in with me, and I've picked them because they're nutritious. And my to-do list was to read my Advantage cards twice. I have read them once, I'm about to read them again. I have read other response cards as needed, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to make some response cards now, if I can get these open. Excuse the rustling. So what kind of response am I going to make? I don't need to stick to my diet plan because what kind of things do I do? I can start again tomorrow? Nah. So let's put starting tomorrow. Starting tomorrow. Why don't I just put things off till tomorrow? Starting tomorrow. It never comes, does it? Never comes. Tomorrow never comes. So I think that would be a good thing to put on. Starting today, you know, even if it's just one meal, if it's just one time that I can say, actually, I'm going to say no, then that'll be good. Starting tomorrow never comes. Starting today, right now, is a better advantage. They're called advantage cards after all, aren't they? So that will go onto my pile. And I'm just going to write one about why I picked my diet. You picked SW and calorie counting because they fit in lifestyle. And are easy to remember. Yeah, that's another reason they are quite easy to remember. And they are nutritious. All about that health. And I wanted to actually go, so that is day 2 done. And thankfully for me, I don't have to do day 3 until I have like kibosh day 2. So let's go back to day 1, which was when we first did the first advantage cards. So it feels good to say no. Let's just expand on that. So I think we could put like to a bite. I said no to cake today. I mean, I'm dairy free anyway, but I said no to cake. That still felt good. To a bite, to a slice, to seconds. Yeah, because the thing that kind of nearly slid in a diet was like the diet plate. I just don't have one. But that's something that like the British Heart Foundation think is a good idea. This one still says, so this is the one that's about somebody else. I don't think envy is a very good idea, so I'm actually going to cross that out. I'm not going to have that as a reason anymore. Okay, so this one, which was about diabetes, stroke, CA breast and CA bowel. On the CA breast, I'm going to put about increased risk of 20% or more. And that's just from being overweight. It's not from being bigger and like loads bigger, it's just from being overweight. So I might add some more to that later. So exercise for mental health. It did feel really good to talk to my friend yesterday, so I think that should stay there. I've done a little bit in the pool today. I did like some water jogging and stuff. It's only a paddling pool, so it's quite difficult to water jog in, I can assure you, but at least I did something, especially when you consider that today I worked like from 9 till 8. It's a long day, isn't it? And I will go and I will wander with the dog, which I was actually thinking of not doing, but I am going to go and do it now because I've got it down on my card. Exercise for mental health, talking with a friend. Because I do seem to actually use either the time to talk on the phone or to talk with a friend. Even if I'm going to the gym, I tend to be there with friends. So it's better for YouTube and Instagram. Well, you've got an extra recording out of it, so that's good. Better impressions. That hasn't quite come yet, has it? I think it might be better self-impression, better, yeah, like less guilt and things like that. So self-confidence. What would that affect me if this increases? Can't really put if this increases, then I won't worry about my thigh wobble so much, really, can I? If this increases, maybe I would feel better in a group. Yeah, I would feel better in a group. Yeah, if you're the biggest in a group of girls, then you kind of notice, don't you? So let's put that down. And then that is something else that shouldn't even be in there. Response cards work, they've worked before. Yeah, let's just put habits can be good or bad. They might not be needed right now, but you will need these in the future. Well, actually, as it happens, I'm going to walk the dog, so it's almost better, isn't it? Fitting in summer clothes, bras that fit. This is still a problem because I haven't lost enough weight yet. I am actually in my summer dress. Yeah, and I think I'm in one of the better fits. But you can see it's just not as good as it normally is. It just sits there being a bit rubbish. Embarrassed around the pool. Well, it's not too bad now. I've got a cover up over the back gate, so that's all right. A smaller bum. We all want a smaller bum. I want a smaller bum. I also want a smaller waist. I took my waist measurements the other day, and I have a 31-inch waist. And I know that that is normally a 28-inch waist. So that's a lot. And that is breathing in first thing in the morning. So by the time it gets to night time and I'm not breathing in, it's a 32, 33-inch waist. So when I'm going to read them, morning, before lunch and before bed. So morning I've managed, before lunch isn't happening, and I'm going to change before bed to evening supper, because I do like a supper. So here I am, I'm going to have my supper, I'm going to walk the dog, and I will see you guys for day 3, which is not actually the 3rd day in my life on this diet, but I will see you on day 3 of the plan. I'll be recording next when I kind of get used to the new ones. So I'll have to be on my diets, I'll have to be using my cards, and the list kind of goes up as we go through the days. So I've got them in a little Polly Pocket, and that, because I'm not reading them again until tomorrow morning, can go with my work stuff on top of my work computer. Alright, I'll see you later. Thanks ever so much for joining me. If you did like this video, then please like and subscribe. And I will see you as my future self. Bye.
I wanna be where the people are. I wanna see them dancing, walking around on those, what do you call them?